Claire!
Sherry, you're okay.
I'm glad to see you're safe, Claire. Claire!
I'm going down there. Stay here and wait for me, okay?
So you've made it this far. Not bad, girl. But I'm not letting anyone leave my town. Everyone's gonna die.
Calm down, Chief. What happened?
Shut up! You couldn't possibly understand what's happened. Those monsters from Umbrella have destroyed my beautiful town. How could they do that to me after everything I've done for them?
So it's true. You have been working with Umbrella. Then you must know about the G-Virus. What is it? Tell me!
If you must know, it's the agent that can turn humans into the ultimate bioweapons. Superior to the T-Virus in every way. Dr. William Birkin is the genius behind the project.
William Birkin.
I'm sure you've already seen his little girl running around here somewhere. Sherry, isn't it? In case you haven't already figured it out, the monster that's been tearing my precinct apart is yet another product of the G-Virus. An ultimate bioweapon. Umbrella must be trying to cover its tracks. But if I have to go, I'm going to take you with me. What the?
Resident Evil 2.
What's that right there on the floor? I was anxious to put distance between me and this place in the Central State. But I had this feeling that I had opened up some mystic doorway, not knowing who or what would serendipitously come through from the other side.
Sherry, I've been looking everywhere for you. I was so worried. We've got to go now, honey, okay? If we stay here, that monster will find us. Let's go.
No, I won't.
What's the matter? Don't you trust me?
It's not that, Claire. It's because of my daddy. He's over there. I heard him call my name. Daddy must have been attacked by the monsters. I have to help him.
Wait, Sherry, don't go alone!
Present seemed to resonate with the
Sherry! Sherry!
past, imprinted in bricks and mortar, steel and cloth, waiting for some human igniter to release its energy. What are these places that hold these souls in time? What veil do spirits pierce to communicate? What force drives them? Is it to comfort or something more sinister? The classic battle of good and evil waged on the spiritual plane. What are these tales? These from the physical body, from the physical senses, and we call it withdrawal. They withdraw from the physical body or the physical form.
An awful lot of people can be slightly, to put it lightly, it can be the mind. The mind is like
you find paint colors, you find clues of what used to be.
One of the spirits has nothing to do with the movie theater. It has to do with the original courthouse that was here. The original purpose and intent of this building other than. And so I'm having to separate out what the intention of this land. There's a layering of energy in the way we perceive things.
And that's actually part of what we teach, is to become what we call a whole functioning self, which is being able to be aware of existence in all levels of consciousness simultaneously.
There's a very popular lady by the name of Irene Petro, who was known as lovingly as the popcorn lady and ran the concession stand for many, many years. And after Irene passed, a new set of workers came in and were working the concession stand. And as they had all of their popcorn buckets stacked up, they turned to go and do something else, and all of the popcorn buckets blew off the counter. So they assumed it was just some breeze or whatever and restacked them and it happened again.
it's trance, so it's the different states that you can actually send your body into. So you don't go and meet them, basically they come to you, and it's what we call a blending. It's a blending of spirit, our spirit, their spirit.
And there's almost like a guardian that stands with this original place.
Has not been anything bad or negative.
There's a playful spirit that keeps following me. When we were downstairs, when I first went downstairs, I felt something brush my hair and tap me, but it wasn't a negative spirit.
I've come across very, very few what you would class as evil spirits. A lot of spirits will bang.
This was a theater in 1922. Something was here. They did, who knows what went on.
Yeah.
I felt children.
We heard like a baby.
Especially when you're cleaning the theater by yourself. Several times felt like there was somebody next to me trying to say something to me. And I turned to look for one of my colleagues, and there's nobody there.
What happens with most people is that those worlds are very separate. When the truth is, we all exist with many different dimensions of consciousness. It's just that we're not aware of
Areas supposedly used by black witches. Seances on Halloween or full moon nights.
Okay. Okay.
It is multidimensional. It has 7 levels. And I think the experience that most people are the most familiar with is the relationship between waking state and sleeping state. That when someone goes to sleep, they're not dead. They're not aware of what's going on. State of sleep. So it's like they're around them, and they're alive and they exist in a different realm or a different dimension.
Not seen anything.
Claire! Are you there?
Sherry, are you okay? Did you find your dad?
Yes, I'm okay. But I couldn't find him. But I did find something else for you. Here!
I had high-speed film. I had 1,000 speed film. Set my
Here's
35
another.
camera because we knew somewhere here was the issue.
Thanks, sweetie. Now, why don't you come over here? I want you to stay with me.
Vicinity like this, taking readings, and about that time of night it was.
Claire! I can't reach the ventilation hole anymore. But don't worry, I'll find another way.
Which is pretty normal.
I can take care of myself.
She's walking along and she's about right in here.
Wait, Sherry, come back! Sherry! Sherry!
15 degrees.
What you have to do?
Do you read me, Claire? We now have access to the back of the parking lot.
You have
Got it.
a pocket
I'm getting out of here and heading to the sewer. Can you meet me there?
around you, and
I'm
the
on my
entire
way.
universe is 51 degrees, 55 degrees. That's not normal. And that's what the study's all about. When you find an abnormality, you take a picture. So when she's reading these readings, I took a picture.
When a person dies, there's a process that they go through that is similar to the process of going to sleep. They withdraw their attention from the physical body, from the physical senses. They withdraw from the physical body or the physical form.
I took several pictures that night. Most of them was absolutely nothing in them. 2 of them had 2 orbs.
There are attachments that they still have, particularly emotional attachments, either to a person or to a place that they stay entrapped, kind of bound to either a particular place or a particular person.
Right here. It's hard to see when you first look at the picture. It's hard to see. In fact, I overlooked it until someone, I said, I didn't get anything that night.
This area right here for some reason.
I was disappointed because I looked through the pictures and didn't see a darn thing. And the graveyard. And it's kind of funny, the 2 prior pictures I took with the orbs were underneath this tree right here.
what is a match for the kind of thinking they have.
And when you get into an evil spirit, it will perhaps start as those type of things, but it will progress and get into things that go way beyond that type of phenomenon.
There's one that looks like a baby. Then you remember seeing that one I told you looked like a Muppet?
Yes.
The thing that I'm being bothered with right now is infiltration in the phone system.
So people who tend to be afraid are kind of a magnet for people who feed on that.
Yeah, because I got almost 18 hours with
And a lot of the mind can be brought into this. In areas where you go in and you find, me as a medium will go into it and they say they're being possessed or the house is possessed. A lot of it is actually them being open to spirit, which means that they've basically opened their own doorway.
The common connections with spirits can be sensory, auditory, or visual.
And you'll hear it all change.
What? Did you say? Did you say?
She's talking. They're talking. It's not him. But I thought it was him, but it was not. I was hearing them talk. And so then I say, "What did you say?" And he said, "I said nothing." I could hear him talking, but I couldn't understand him.
So you don't go and meet them. Basically, they come and meet you, and it's what we call blending. It's a blending of spirit. It's as if the animal can smell and feel the fear of the person, and so they attack them. That's how great it was. So if you're afraid of ghosts, and the ghost might come after you,
Possibly.
some attraction.
Foreign language to me, I don't know.
And again, it's discipline with this as to how much the sitter, the trance sitter that's sitting, allows that person to come forward. Full trance would be totally overtaken, and the person would actually stand up, I think would be of the spirit that comes into that person.
The person becomes gradually more understandable, as if the spirits were learning how to communicate with her. But this was not friendly chit-chat. This was an angry spirit out to harm in any way it could. Judy has reported grey mists in the house, doors slamming, and has even been badly scratched by something that still lingers in this world. She had an entire wall dedicated to the documentation of her encounters with the spirits, categorized by name, time, and event.
So that's where most really good transformations sit with one particular person. I said to you earlier, like I have a nice English gentleman called Nigel. He sits with me all the time, and because he comes in, he goes out when I ask him. He's got a very good, if you like, he's able to use my voice box.
Giving commands to others that would now allow being
attraction and the law of invitation. When they come in these places and try, well, let's go out to the cemetery and do the Ouija board or whatever, the seance, because they think they're going to draw a spirit out of here, and they end up drawing something that's not a spirit. And that's how a lot of cemeteries get haunted and stuff. You know, if you remember, she talked about small rotted flesh. So that's a sign of an inhuman spirit. Inhuman spirit.
I went back to the audio clip that she'd played for me earlier that was unintelligible. Still felt like there was something there, so I slowed it down. Still nothing. And then I reversed it.
A distraught, crazed husband killing his wife and daughter, and then hanging himself in the living room. Recently, Judy demolished the old structure and erected a new home. She had hopes that things would be gone, but the hauntings got worse, unleashing even stronger energy when the earth filtering the deep for 150 years was disrupted.
That's a small spirit.
How do you know when to take these photographs? You just feel like?
When I would go out, I could feel and I could tell where they was at.
Can you feel that now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell where they're at.
Are they here in that house or are they outside?
They're outside now. In the house, but they're out. They're not no more. They're not allowed.
When people commit an act, terrible act like murder.
They tried. Back off. There's a man in here, see, and his hand goes up and he's holding something.
Let's, for instance, say that a home where a murder took place, the spirit of the person who was murdered is there, because the phenomenon's occurring. And in reality, it's an evil spirit that was attracted by the act. And get a foothold on you, and then once it's done that, it kind of works its way into your life, and you have real problems.
Oh my God! And these are not anything that you can manipulate it or touch.
Oh no, just got.
You don't know about Photoshop probably or anything like that.
No, I just use my digital camera and I go where I feel.
What Judy revealed next at first looked like nothing more than a glitch in the image. But this glitch, or distortion, did have shape. Like most of the things encountered on this journey, when spirits pierce the veil to this world, it often starts as a subtle peek through from the other side.
But I thought, until Mike here showed me, I know that's his mouth and his chin, but there's no, that looks like a flagpole, but there's no flagpole on that property. There's not.
There's no paint on the building.
No. But the thing it is, I thought these were eyes, but it's not. It's his nose. If you look real careful, there's an eye there. When I took this picture, he was not fully developed.
Could they have disrupted the soul and releasing this creature into the present?
So he was not fully developed. The next picture, it all changes. Flagpole line.
It is as if the entity, as it materializes, turns to seek out its host, turning to the camera, turning to Judy. Judy believes it is the land that is haunted, and any structure on the land will become haunted also.
I'm just really careful.
You might feel something brush up against you, but they're going to leave right alone. They're going to grow. You're the person. You're the one.
I wanted to find out more about what Judy had captured with her camera. I had seen that image before in some obscure textbook on mythology.
Azazel is represented in the Book of Enoch as the personification of wickedness. He revealed to the people the secrets of witchcraft and corrupted their manners.
When I took this picture, he was not. Our world is
Because the truth is, none of us is alone. We're all just connected with each other. I mean, whatever a person thinks affects everybody else.
Not all spirits mean us harm. There are those that protect and comfort.
It's very real to experience something that's beyond the physical body, that we all have an influence on each other, that there's a certain responsibility in that as well as kind of comfort in it, I think.
Tons of people, and I knew nothing about the house, what the house was about.
Because it was tucked away in a forest.
And sometime during the night, I'd come upstairs to use the restroom.
3 o'clock in the morning was the spirit
And I was standing over there at the landing.
Was once considered to be an Indian burial ground and a holy place.
And I remember looking up around here on this wall, and I started feeling like just very lightheaded.
This was a salon in the Midwest where artists, writers, actors, playwrights, movie stars, scientists.
I felt like I was in a different time period or something. All of a sudden, I got the biggest chill that I've ever felt in my life. My friend Jennifer walked out of the restroom and she said, "What? What was that?" I said, "I don't know. I just felt this chill go through my back and down my front." And she said, that was Nellie.
She became a palmist, and she read people's hands. Born in 1962, and she started working for her church at church bazaars in the summer, dressed as a gypsy.
She told many people of wondrous things that happened. Childless people were told they were going to have children and they did. She predicted many things because it's true. Any change you have in your life, on a mental, spiritual, physical, emotional realm, will show up as a line in the palm of her hand.
But with research and teaching and practice, she became a great reader of hands. She was sworn to secrecy when she read the president's hands and the first lady's hands frequently at the White House. That would have been Franklin Roosevelt. This is the library. where Mrs. Meyer read the poems of the famous client.
Request from the Library of Congress asking for Nina's work.
Franklin Roosevelt and his wife, Eleanor, asked that 137 autographed photographs be placed in the Library of Congress at some point in his life. She was often a guest in the White House. This was no 900 sighting. This woman treated her art as a science, and she helped the FBI figure science and fingerprint. She had 2 secretaries just to handle her daily correspondence.
It's a very scientific hand. The left hand is the pen, so your potential, and your right hand is what you're doing with it, unless you're opposite hand oriented. And when I feel her energy, I feel she's showing me something. Lots of tears were shed in this room. Lots of laughter was in this room. Great secrets, great world secrets. It's very interesting. I believe that when she spoke to the political place, just like the modern day at the turn of the century.
And people saw her as an advisor and took her quite seriously. She didn't promote anything of the Delphic or the psychic ever, because it would have a negative connotation. She considered what she did as science, exacting science, and she wrote a best-selling book in 1939 called Lion's Paws, about the paws of the lions of society. The articles of the day said that Walt Disney, famous choreographer, School of Dance, Ruth Page. Miss Page has bothered to write a dozen times about the significance of tuckaway. Rudy Valley, Doug Fairbanks Jr. '41 in this room. Walt Disney gave original cartoons drawn by him to her. This is the last house Carol Lombard was ever in her life, and this is the last photograph she was warned at that door of impending danger. She was here on a war bond drive, spoke to many thousands of people from the circle. She didn't heed Mrs. Meyer's warning. She took a flight out to LA that afternoon and it crashed, and she was killed. One of the most glamorous, and from Indiana as well, from Fort Wayne.
There is no linear time in this home. It's truly, when you walk in this house, you're in present. Your past, present, future happen all at one time. That's beautiful. That's the most absolute beauty of this home. And this house looks purpose. This is a place for people to gather. It's like a Paris salon.
Albert Einstein came to this house, a skeptic, according to the press of the day, and left with a certain sense of wonder. I think the entire house is haunted. I didn't go to the basement, Dan, at 3 o'clock in the morning. No way. 3 o'clock in the morning is the spiritual hour.
Yeah, no, it was like something came in from behind me. No, I don't ever mess with, no.
We agreed to meet here, and I took her arm and we strolled around the house. She pulled some pictures out of the interiors taken in 1922. She was embarrassed by the condition of it, and she wanted to check me out. Well, finally, she produced 2 keys, and we walked in these double doors together. But it felt like I was entering another time zone. There were trunks and boxes of it, and it was all about to go to the trash if I hadn't gotten here right at the 11th hour. A very important piece of Indiana history would have disappeared. A woman's entire life is here in papers and photographs. She passed away here in 1944. I did rent rooms for almost 3 decades, but oftentimes ghost stories would happen to people who never met, who were from different parts of the world, but they would report the same thing. So there was almost a scientific feel to my life. Sightings. For years, we saw Mr. Meyer standing at the top of the stairs in a white linen suit. He wore and used a monocle which hung around his neck. He had a white mustache. I mean, everybody saw him. Then he seemed to disappear after a while. I'm very social. have lots of parties. My father was a pilot in World War II, and he doesn't even believe in ghosts. One bedroom belonged to Mrs. Myers, and later to her niece Ruth, who sold the house. It was the hardest to rent. Several people experienced the same phenomenon. One girl felt paralyzed while all the bed sheets were pulled out from underneath her and danced around the room, only to wake in horror the next morning and find the bedclothes draped all around the room. I was watching TV on this floor, and one young man appeared at 2 o'clock in the morning and said, "I can't stand it anymore." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, there's a face in the ceiling," and it winked at me, and then somebody said, "Hey." I think the entire house is haunted. It's a feeling, that's all I can say. It can be very well, but it can be moody too. I walked in this room and saw what I thought was a fire. When the house is babysat, whenever I'm out of town, I'm at the property. Anybody staying here, there always is somebody here. They call me up in the middle of the night and they tell me what they've seen. And it's the same thing. You can't tell me.
International reputation reigning palms, and the home in which she resided continues to radiate her presence. Images of her have been seen by many, not in a threatening way, but as a signal of comfort and warmth.
I closed down February 12th, 1992 was my last day of operation.
Once a bustling hub of entertainment and laughter, it now stands silent, but for one voice.
But after my son had committed suicide, May 17, 1992, I kind of threw the towel in. I didn't feel much like doing anything. Friends picked me up to take me grocery shopping. Cats. I didn't have 40 cats then as I lost 42 pounds in a very short time. I stayed with them for 4 years.
That's how Carl M. Dewey, president of Universal Pictures, described the Waverly Theatre in 1927.
Obviously the cats don't go on the patio.
As the theatre sits empty, the sound of one man's footsteps echo within its crumbling walls. Charlie stands vigil over the once grand theatre, still hopeful that it will be resuscitated. A spirit Charlie sees regularly, appearing in the first few rows of the theatre, as if waiting for the start of the picture show.
Jonas Chrysostomus Wolfgangus Theophilus Mozart was his name. Believe it or not, by Charlie Chinsky. Well, I was at the rewind bench assistant, also lived in the building. And I asked her for my yellow handle screwdriver. And she didn't get the screwdriver that I asked for. And I put the unit down and I turned around and she was gone. I said, Sarah, my administrative assistant, who was standing right next to me, I asked for the yellow handle screwdriver. Why didn't you give it to me? And she said, Charles, I never left the house. And as I thought about it, I never heard the projection booth door open or close. I saw her as clearly then as I can see you, Dan, in my peripheral vision holding the camera in your hand.
What is amazing about Charlie is his gift of recording details to the second in the brain. His wits are sharp, his mind sound, making his tales of the hauntings even more compelling.
Every night at precisely 3 o'clock.
If you look at this is a face.
Photographs began to come forward.
The spirit makes itself known.
This mist often takes on human form.
The first day of operation was October 15th, 1975. It was, the building was constructed by Universal Studios, opened September 15th, 1927.
From its opening, strange occurrences have been reported.
This is where you see she has a tendency to always emerge from the right side of the auditorium. A vague form of a lady begins to appear just before 3 o'clock in the morning. That exact time, there's something in the auditorium also moves. Charles Richard Chilton, first, the last, and the only one. Thank God for that.
Where are we now?
We are at the Ripley Theater on East 10th and Dearborn, between Dearborn and Graceland, 3155 East 10th. The building was constructed in 1925, September 15th, 1927. Constructed for Universal Studios under the auspices of Carl Romero Jr., who was the producer of the first Frankenstein film and the first Dracula film. The building did not like the cashier for one reason or another. The hot water faucet in the mop room turned off by itself. By itself. When you turn it on, it would turn off by itself. When the cashier was gone, it was just fine. I don't know how to get the cats back in the house once they're
Look at that tail.
When I first came into the building and I heard stories from those who worked
Claire!
in the late 20s and came in as
Sherry, you're okay.
I'm glad to see you're safe, Claire.
I thought they were a little off the wall. They were not playing with a full deck until I experienced it myself. Another interesting thing is that everybody who was in this building, including Universal Studios, had problems with maintenance. Everybody. Everybody. They could not get anything repaired except
Yes, yes. There's faces. Here's the eyes, here's the nose, here's the mouth. You see, there's a definite face. I think what she's telling me is that the people or spirits that are here don't mind us being here. They actually want us, and they want the communication with us.
All right, let's try. But you must remember, she loves one person, and one person only, and I never mock her. One other thing you have to remember is that she has to have access to everything down here. When we're down here, we're occupying space she might want to traverse. every night at precisely 3 o'clock.
You don't think that you got a big problem if you just set the cameras up?
Well,
Claire!
The spirit makes itself known.
I'm going down there. Stay here and wait for me, okay?
That's pretty weird. Nobody's touching her.
As the investigation team set up a specialization for recording in low-light conditions, an electrical phenomenon occurred, a foreshadowing of events ahead.
Nobody's touching her. About 15 seconds before 3 o'clock, there's a form that begins to develop. The form. It's a haze that begins to develop.
So you've made it this far.
Right.
Not bad, girl.
With a remote
I'm not letting anyone leave my town. Everyone's gonna die.
Calm down, Chief. What happened?
The team was being led by
Shut
an urge to see
You couldn't possibly understand what's happened. Those monsters from Umbrella have destroyed my beautiful town. How could they do that to me after everything I've done for them?
So it's true. You have been working with Umbrella. Then you must know about the G-Virus. What is it? Tell me!
If you must know, it's the agent that can turn humans into the ultimate bioweapons. Superior to the T-Virus in every way. William Birkin is the genius behind the project.
William
About 6
Birkin?
rows from the front.
I'm sure you've already seen this little girl running around here somewhere.
Auditorium right.
Sherry, isn't it? In case you haven't already figured it out, the monster that's been tearing my precinct apart is yet another product of the G-Virus. An ultimate bioweapon. Umbrella must be trying to cover its tracks. But if I have to go, I'm going to take you with me. What the?
Precisely 3 o'clock in the... Precisely 3 12. Seconds after that, it collapses completely. But while it's intact, there's a noise in the There's something in the auditorium. Also moves. At least you can hear it.
And then, as if to say enough, Charlie ended the search.
If I'm lying to you, my thing should be cut from my mouth, from my head.
I can
If
feel
I'm
your...
lying to you, my fingers should go paralyzed in the next 5 years. No one knows only the spirit.
Have we witnessed the spirit of Lady Rivoli, or simply moonbeams piercing through holes in the roof of this once magnificent structure?
Like many cities throughout the entire nation. And she likes me. I've seen her. Look, the only absolutes are death and the speed of light. Everything else can be disputed. Everything. Even the spirit can be disputed.
What was great and magnificent is now on its last stand against the elements. Unsafe for human habitation, the Rivoli breathes its last breath.
So tomorrow you can
An imp.
They're not inside. But what they're trying to figure out and what they're curious about is you. Wanting to find out what you got and what you're doing. But they don't like what you're doing. They like it here. Like my own definition. You're the person.
You took the back road,
Owner of the jail.
That's what I've heard.
We are too.
Your brother over there.
Yep.
Claire, you came back.
There's day 1879.
I can't believe the man who developed the G virus is actually her father.
When jails were built back then.
What's wrong,
The
Claire?
sheriff usually lived
It's
in the
nothing.
jail. So
But I
the
think I
front part
found a
of the
way
jail
out
is
of
usually
here.
a,
We should be able to
living
find
quarters,
someplace
and in
safe
the back,
if we can just make it out of town.
But
Don't worry, I'll protect you. I promise.
But the
But you
prisoners
have to
in,
make
and
sure
that-
you
that way
don't
they
leave my
can't,
side.
They can't jump out when you open the door.
In areas where you go in and you find, me as a medium will go into, and they say they're being possessed or the house is possessed. A lot of it is actually them being open to spirit, which means that they've basically opened the doorway. Tarot cards, just messing around. They can actually open the doorway.
No, that's the people would say, hey, we'd be glad to spend the night here, and they never would do it. We've known that there has been people that's hung themselves. In fact, stopped a guy from hanging himself. There's been people that's hung themselves in here.
It has been said that the closer you get to the spirit world, the more pleasant time seems to blend with nature. Things that seemed odd now feel normal.
You ever move around up here and all of a sudden you just feel claustrophobic feelings, sometimes that's the other side.
Awareness is heightened, and light bends and distorts with the mist of those wanting connection building.
Come on, let's get out of here.
All the ghosts, yeah. That's right. We'll lock them up if they.
The one that said crybaby.
Claire? Run!
Is there a fire in this building? Ooh. Fiery spot right there. The minute I put it up, it's like a cinder flew in my eye. It's like weird. It's just an assault.
Sherry,
That's what it felt like
where
the
are
second
you?
I came up the stairs. There's
Sherry!
strong impressions in here. There's really strong impressions. Troll. It's like an English troll energy. It's like a, I don't know what it is. It's a real, it's coming from down, way down under. There's been many people held in here there's strong impressions in here. Touch that one. Touch right in there.
That's just vibrating.
That's just totally vibrating. That's
It's like an electrical charge.
yeah. There's so much energy of people.
1930, 31. It's almost like that, like a baby-faced Nelson type of person.
John Dillinger and his gang was in there back in the 30s.
That glamorous kind of, they glad to get hold of something.
He's trying to
Get over it, but you feel what he feels. So okay, you become me. You feel this.
And I get a combination of people standing there looking out, wanting to be free, to people being chained up.
I think this is what I was putting deep down in the very bottom. It's getting angry.
You okay? Is it still bothering you?